Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone.
Are you actually going to let me talk for longer than 5 seconds?
Go ahead.
You keep interrupting me. Every time I actually try to...
Well, someone is in their feelings. Hello, and welcome to another video. Today is for the woke, moronic, and delusional, so hit that like button right now, would you?
Thinking that you are a man when you are a woman, or thinking that you are a leopard when you're a human, how are they different?
Listen, I'm not like a debate trained person.
I'm not. It's fine. You could tap. You could phone a friend in. I do this for a living. You do not. Come on.
Okay.
It's fine. You could bring as many of the trans zealots up to the mic as you want. So, as many purple-haired jihadis as you want to bring up to the microphone, you could do that.
I don't think my hair's...
Any volunteers? No?
Okay.
Here's the core of it. No one would care if a 30-year-old was wearing a dress. For years, we called them cross-dressers and no one cared. The problem is that we now have to change our language, our beliefs, to validate something that we know is not true. We must teach it.
It's a level of politeness. Like, the world changes. Like, you're not allowed to say certain things.
Oh, it could change for the worse, for sure. No one acknowledges that you can have digression. No one acknowledges that you can regress from something that has worked. We do not have to accept all progress as if it is good. Sometimes you can have progress over a cliff. And the transgender craze these last 10 years, a social contagion, is a very bad thing.
You're not debate trained. Okay, why step up to the mic then? You wanted a participation trophy.
Jordan Peterson, trending #1 on Twitter. Jordan Peterson with an international bestseller. I want him to tweet something out about me in my book. Jordan Peterson, right? This is what I'm saying to you. Why the rage, bruh? You're doing well, but you're a mean, mad white man, and you're gonna get us right. And I don't think Jordan Peterson is suffering from anything except an exaggerated sense of entitlement and resentment, and his own privilege is invisible to him, and it's manifest with lethal intensity and ferocity right here on stage.
You know, it's conceivable that I am a mean man. You know, I mean, maybe I'm meaner than some people and not as mean as others. I think that's probably more the case. But I would say the fact that race got dragged into that particular comment is a better exemplar of what I think is wrong with the politically correct left than anything else that could have possibly happened.
What 60-year-old man says, brah?
The answer is murdering them.
No, the answer is murdering the women.
No, I'm not saying don't murder the women.
Letting the women die.
No, don't murder women. Don't let women die. Protect women. Protect babies.
How?
With everything you can. So like if it was
with just legislation.
Yeah. No, not just legislation. Not just
then how are you helping?
No,
how are you helping by just making a law that says that they can't receive the medical help that they need?
No, I have no laws that say women can't receive medical help. Women can receive medical help.
Abortions are part of that medical help.
You can't define murdering a baby in the womb as medical help.
It's not murdering a baby.
It is.
It isn't.
It's terminating.
It is a medical procedure that is sometimes necessary.
It's terminating a human being. Saving a woman's life is a different thing. But you, sir, you've said, no, you said, hold on.
That women should have a sacrifice.
Sir, you said that abortion should be legal for any reason whatsoever.
Why are they always so angry?
The Holy Spirit brought me here to challenge you to a gentleman's fist fight right here in front of this whole crowd. Now look, listen.
No.
Wait.
I would hate to hospitalize you in front of 2,000 people.
Okay, so hold on. I'm serious about this. I'll let you take the first punch. Let's go. Put up or shut up, Charlie Kirk.
You know
Put
what?
up or shut
So,
up.
first of all, it says very clearly in the Bible that we shouldn't harm those that are worthy of protection, and you obviously are.
You're just worried I'll kick your ass.
Well on Medicare age. But let's play this out. Despite the obvious fact, and you and I both know who would win this duel. However, hold on a second. This is a great embodiment of the American left. You can't debate, so you want to go to blows. You can't. The only thing that is preventing us from this country from going to civil war is debate and dialogue. And you don't even want to have debate. You want to go and you want to wrestle like a 7-year-old. Who here is actually dividing the country? I would like to think that we are elevated above trying to go have a fight in the streets or a fight in front of 2,000 people. In fact, a mark of civilization is that we don't have to go to blows or bullets, that we can have discourse and debate, but yet you're inviting that. I'm not going to fight you because I don't have to. Because you know why?
You don't have to.
You are acting as if someone who is very desperate, who is clout chasing, and we want an election. We are going to remain peaceful while the left promotes violence. We are going to be the peace because, as Christ our Lord said, blessed are the peacemakers, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Thank you, sir, and get out of here.
This always gives me secondhand embarrassment.
Not beating, but your brain isn't functioning. Why would you boo at me?
Because this is the blue state. I'm proud of being from this blue state that allows abortion.
Up until 9 months.
No.
Yes.
Not up until 9 months.
Yes, your amendment actually does. A woman in Maryland, there was an abortionist actually in Maryland, in Gaithersburg, Leroy Carhart, who killed a woman, Jennifer Morbelli, because she had an abortion. I think it was either 9th month or 8th month.
Women have died because in various states they don't allow abortions.
0 women have died because they didn't allow abortions. Do you know in 1972, the year before Roe was handed down, more women died from legal abortions than illegal abortions according to the CDC?
That's bullshit.
Well, that's the CDC, ma'am. Don't you want to follow the facts and follow the science?
This is what happens when your news comes from chants and protests.
Do you believe that trans women are women? Or are you not willing to go there?
They're not. They were born men.
Oh yeah, I could ask another brief question. So if you want to reach across the aisle or, talk to people who disagree with you, how do you expect to do that when you won't acknowledge that they are humans who are the gender that they have transitioned to be? How do you expect to have this conversation if you won't say that trans women are women?
I'll give you this. I believe that some trans women believe that they're women, but that doesn't actually make it true. I know kids that think they're dinosaurs or dogs or cats, and that doesn't make it true. Just because you believe something doesn't mean that it's true. And the nice thing to do is to be honest and have a conversation and help these people who are feeling that way and understand why they're feeling like they reject the body that God gave them.
Hold a second, where are the trans men? I know they exist, but why is no one marching for them?
Right now, Planned Parenthood actually helps the Black community just in regards to helping us not be overpopulated. Right? The Black community is overpopulated, it is.
There have been 20 million Black children aborted since 1973. Do you think that's a good or bad thing?
So the Black community is still overpopulated because of our government. It is. Gang relations.
The Black community is below replacement rate.
Stop talking so I can finish.
You just said that there are too many Black people. How can you say that?
So I didn't say that. And don't clip on me either. I didn't say that. Don't clip on. I didn't say that. Don't clip on. I didn't say that. Don't clip on.
You just said.
I didn't say that. Don't clip on.
No, you didn't.
Don't say that. I didn't say that. As a Black person, I didn't say that. So don't misinterpret what I said.
You said Planned Parenthood's helping you because the Black population is too overpopulated.
Is that what I said?
That is eugenics statement, man.
Is that what you believe? Is that what you believe I said? Is that what y'all believe I said? Is that what I said? Is that what I said?
Did you?
Is that what I said?
Yes or no? Did you say the Black population is too overpopulated?
The Black community is overpopulated. Yes, it is.
Statistically,
like your narrative,
African Americans are below replacement rates.
Let me say, hold on.
There are more abortions happening than live births. I just tried to bring in science.
You need to understand. No, you need to understand something, right?
They don't care about Black babies. Don't care.
How would you know that, ma'am?
Pro-abortion is by in itself theoretically against the Black community. Point blank. Period.
Pro-life.
Point blank. Period.
No.
Point blank. Period.
How many pregnancy centers does the pro-life movement operate?
I don't know. I don't give a.
More than 2,500. How many maternity homes does the pro-life movement operate?
How many kids are in the foster care system?
More than
How many
400.
kids are still being ruined by bad parents? by the fact that a Republican Party cannot consistently take care of them. How many of these kids are consistently still not being taken care of? Yes, you mean to tell me? Yes, you mean to tell me that I should continue?
Give me back my mic.
Yes, you mean to tell me that I should continuously keep on?
You are a eugenicist, ma'am, against your own race, and that is horrific. You are a eugenicist. You are a eugenicist, and that is horrific to hear you say that.
I don't think she even understands the point she's trying to make. Abortions are good to keep the black race from overpopulation, yet the pro-abortion movement is anti-black. Which is it?
You got approval from
Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, James Madison.
Did you get approval from the police department?
No, they don't rank as high as those guys do.
All right. Well, I'll give you a couple bits of information. I can call the head of the police department because him and I are tight, and I'm training to be a police officer in about a year.
Okay, good.
Study astrophysics. This is not the message to give to people to convey what you want to convey.
What is?
The Bible, right? So if I take these signs down, you gonna call the cops? Because I know the cops, and I know UFPD, and they're not going to arrest me.
Well, we had someone, was it last year, that did that, and they got arrested.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so do you want me to call Sergeant?
Sure.
All right, I'll call Sergeant Cooper.
Yeah, please.
The university knows we're here.
Yeah, please have them call.
Bring him here.
Please.
No, that's perfectly fine with me. Him and I are quite tight.
Good. Well, we'd love to have a conversation.
No, yeah, we can talk all together.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they know me well.
So is your goal to get us off this plaza or something?
My goal is to send you a different message, one from college students.
Okay.
Hey,
well,
I would like to talk to badge number 88, Sergeant Cooper of UFPD. Isn't that fun?
Yeah,
is it fun when
you're
it
amusing.
happens to you?
You're amusing.
You're using 911.
Hello?
They're asking you questions. You have to take that system seriously. You need to speak to a UPD officer. You have to contact UPD.
Yes, could you put me on the line with UFPD?
I can give you the number whenever you're ready.
I think I know why they know her so well.
You're picking it up.
Yeah, I can imagine why they know you so well.
Yeah. So do you want to take them down, or you want me to get someone to take them down?
Hey, it's a free country until you start touching our stuff. Then you go to jail
that's
for it.
Fine. So, it's funny, isn't it? You can put it on YouTube. My name's Alicia. You can look me up on Instagram.
So cool.
Yeah. You can walk away anytime.
Well, could you give me a little more space here? I'm feeling a little...
Well, you're on our campus.
Well, I'm going to step back. No, I'm going to step back a step.
Okay.
I'd prefer you keep a little space between us.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you seem a little aggressive, and I'd rather not have to
All right.
be
could I
physically
talk to Sergeant
separating ourselves. So I'm going to step back here. If you would stay right there, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, is he on campus right now?
She's so tight with Sergeant Cooper, his phone number couldn't slip through the tightness.
Why do you think that Riley Gaines is transphobic?
Well, I don't really understand the question.
What has she done that makes you think that?
Isn't she advocating against trans people in sports?
How does that make you transphobic?
Insinuating that a group of people should not be allowed in locker rooms or polite society, the ultimate conclusion of that is essentially eugenics. Where exactly is she advocating that they go to?
Have you ever heard her story about how she was in a locker room and a naked man with a schlong ripped it out into a girl's locker room?
And how terrible. And that shouldn't have happened. Absolutely.
That's what she's advocating against.
Glasses do not make you smart. I learn this every day.
Why don't you read the shirt off for everybody?
Oh, my shirt, everybody. My shirt says Charlie Kirk. It's got Dean and Parker on it. I mean, clearly you're offended.
Actually, I'm not. I find it hilarious. In fact, I'm so important that you have to make a shirt with my name on it.
You seem offended.
I actually think it's awesome that what I've done is I'm living rent-free.
If you like it so much, you want to sign it?
I am living rent-free in so many libs' minds that you have to make merch with my name on it.
Okay.
I should charge you a licensing fee for that. It's
For
like,
what? For your name?
that's my NIL. I mean, come on, like you got to pay up.
Your name? You're gonna
Yes.
charge me for your name?
Yeah, that's how NIL works. You understand? I'm being like a little lighthearted and
Do you want to
sarcastic.
sign it since you like it so much?
No, I don't have to sign it. You already have my name on it, actually.
Yeah, you're right. Well, debate Dean and Parker.
This is how you know you're losing. You have to go around being like, F Charlie Kirk. Okay, look great. Good luck.
Okay, buddy.
The best of the woke Avengers, I see.
Everyone should have free housing. Hey, why shouldn't everyone get free housing? I don't understand why we can't do that. Everybody deserves to be housed. And I feel like you shouldn't have to use your whole check for your rent. That's absolutely crazy. It makes no sense. And rent is what's keeping me broke. Rent is what's keeping me broke. I would be good if it wasn't for rent. Like, this is crazy to have to keep on scraping by because of rent. Like, this is absolutely insane. We should be given free rent. All of us.
So that's possible in Cuba. Actually, wait, you could try North Korea. Lovely place. But if you want to remain in the US, have you heard of prison?
This comment reads, does your wife's boyfriend enjoy these videos? Well, first of all, I don't have a wife. I have a spouse. They're non-binary, and we don't use gendered language in this household. Their partner is also non-binary and doesn't use gendered language. So, yes, to answer your question, my spouse's partner does enjoy these videos. In fact, my spouse's partner and I are very good friends. I've known them longer than my spouse has. Me, my spouse's partner, and my spouse's partner's partner were all in Scotland not that long ago for a lovely vacation. It's called ethical non-monogamy, or polyamory. Maybe you've heard of it. I don't know why you think this is an insult in any way, shape, or form. Listen, just because your sense of masculinity is so fragile that it would lose out to tissue paper and durability test doesn't mean mine is. Anyway, have a day.
So the commenter was right.
Okay. University affiliate, do you go here?
Do I go here? Does that matter?
It does.
Is this public location?
The University of Pittsburgh and the Quad, in particular for what you're doing in terms of filming, we have a process for that. It's the same process.
Is this a public location?
I'm going to ask you the questions again. Are you a university affiliate? Do you attend?
Is
or
this a
work here?
public location?
So you're
Yes
not
or no?
answering my questions as a university staff member responsible for this space.
Yeah.
Are you refusing to answer my questions?
You're not
Let me
answering
be
my
clear,
question.
If you're not, no, that's my responsibility. My job is.
How about this? You answer my question, I'll answer your question.
No, sir, I'm not debating this with you. If you're unable to identify who you are, I need to actually ask you to leave this space then.
Okay. You can ask me to leave.
Please leave.
Okay. You can ask me. That's fine. But this is a public location.
Are you refusing to leave, sir?
Yes. Okay. I am refusing to leave based on the fact that this is a public location.
Devin has been possessed by a woke entitled Karen. Somebody call the exorcists.
I don't think there's ever been a time where it's like black women are wearing white women's hair, and anytime it's like, oh, well, that's the case, we have to think about the history of assimilation in this country and the racial violence that black women have faced because of their hair, because of their appearance, because of what? Colonizers. Not because we chose that. That's how it's always been.
So everything you said was true, but since today, black women are not going through these things anymore. They're not being. Hold on. Really, let me just finish. They're not being suppressed. You're not going to a job and they're saying, oh, your hair's like this, you need to change that. Unless it's like a military job or some type of job where they're cooking, so you have to cover your head or change your hairstyle. So I'll let you go. So we're not being scrutinized, or black women are not being scrutinized like they were back in the day. So like you said, it started from a negative place. Society told you that your hair was ugly, unkempt, it was unmanageable. So then black women started to change themselves, started to straighten their hair.
Hold on, she is a walking enigma. She was born with straight blonde hair. Wow.
Birth rates continue to decline in America. The White House is looking into offering $5,000 cash bonuses, expanded access to IVF, along with other incentives for women to have more babies. Why? And, okay. I am incredibly insulted by this because Clearly, they don't know how women's bodies work, and they don't know what it costs to raise a child or just have a child. And $5,000? I don't know what $5,000 is supposed to do. And it's not even $5,000 because you have to cut it in half because you got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So they're offering you $2,500 to have a baby. Now, don't forget about all the stuff they've cut.
Yeah. Right, we have
that
a list
you
of
need.
that.
Yes, you have a
That
list.
part. Yep.
So I'm supposed to say to you all, and are you ready for this?
Yeah.
What do you think of this proposal?
Weren't you guys offered a burger and some dry fries when you took the vaccine?
The knights, why do you think they call them knights? Because they were dark as night. They were dark. Beethoven was a black man. King James was a black man. Mozart was a black man. They paint over our images like Christ, like Moses.
There's nothing more mind-blowing like BLM history. There's always something new and you would have never seen it coming.
Hiding because Easter, and we got some Trumpers in the house. Not my family, my husband's family. So the first thing I said to my sister-in-law was that I was at a protest yesterday, and she was like, for what? Like, just no clue. No clue. I was like, the government, obviously. And she's like, oh, I hope it was peaceful or nothing bad happened. Seriously, these people are out here thinking liberals are violent.
That poor miserable man.
The Disney princesses were white when I was little. Why is it bothering y'all when it's the other way around?
Before I start, I know there's going to be some comments, so let's get this why do you care nonsense out of the way. In her caption, she says, since when do we care this much about fictional characters? But this is a caption on a video where she rants for about 1 minute and 30 seconds about representation within these fictional characters. So obviously you care as well. Why do you care so much? I mean, why does anybody care about anything? Would you ask a movie reviewer why he cares so much? Would you ask a food reviewer why he cares so much about food? There's a conflict going on in the Middle East, Gordon Ramsay. There's more important things. Y'all pretend to not care and shame the people who do care when the thing that we're critiquing is to your social benefit.
And the fact that people don't think Rachel Zegler deserves Snow White just because, oh my god, she's not as pale. As soon as a brown person is in the mix, everybody forgets about talent. Rachel Zegler is so talented, has literally built herself up from YouTube, mind you. This woman actually deserves the role.
I don't believe that Rachel Zegler deserves anything. She doesn't deserve anything simply for being talented. Yes, she can absolutely sing, but I don't think that talent grants her some sort of immunity to criticism. This goes way beyond her race. She's absolutely insufferable. We've seen her interviews. We've seen the way she talks about majority of the country, which is a large part of Disney's fan base. We've also seen the way she treats her counterparts publicly. And a lot of this could be boiled down to just needing more media training. But if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. If only she wasn't completely tone deaf and actually held some of those Snow White-esque values, then maybe the backlash about accuracy with Snow White wouldn't have been as bad. But I believe the backlash was warranted. We can say, oh, it's just pop culture, it's just media, it doesn't really matter. But as we know, the media, especially pop culture, is incredibly influential. So I believe that calling out the hypocrisy within these sources, while not a priority, can definitely be important. For example, a lot of people got butthurt when Tilda Swinton played the Ancient One in Doctor Strange, and rightfully so. When the creators of these adaptations are claiming that they want to honor and stay true to the source material of these things that we love from our childhood all the way into our adulthood, and then they pick and choose what kind of liberties they want to take, all while asking for our money, some of us are going to have opinions about it. Lilo and Stitch. White people live in Hawaii. I know a few of them. In the remake, Lilo could have easily been a blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl who grew up within the Hawaiian culture, and the story would not have changed much at all. But if they did that, that would be dumb. And if they did that, I know that you would be one of the first ones to get on this app lecturing everybody about the dangerous ins and outs of whitewashing. It's hypocritical, and I don't care if it's a cartoon, a Netflix TV show, or a PG-13 movie. I'm getting tired of it.
It's actually not the other way around. White characters are being erased. In a few years, we won't find a white Cinderella anywhere, and some liar would probably say she never existed. You want diversity? Create it.
Can I rant on here? How are you in a church celebrating in America right now?
No one said anything during Pride. No one will say anything when Ramadan rolls around. What's wrong with Easter? Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.